Hello, I'm BX and welcome back to another top 5 video. Today we're going through the top 5 Minecraft Pocket Edition 1.1 features. That's right, a brand new update has started rolling out, at least if you're on Android. You can download the beta for what's going to be the brand new 1.1 PE update, and I figured for those of you who haven't been able to access it yet, or for those of you who are just curious about the Pocket Edition in general, I figured why not go through the top 5 features in this update, because it is an exciting new update if you're on the PE, and it's a very interesting update if you're not. So hopefully you do enjoy this video, going over my top 5 favourite features. Like it if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like these sorts of videos. But with that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? With the fifth one, which you've probably already been able to recognise on the screen, because there is, in fact, a new colour of bed. My bed should be red, but instead it is purple. What's that all about? Well, this is actually a Minecraft PC 1.12 feature that they put on the Pocket Edition before they put it in the PC. It's one of those fascinating things the PE team can do, and I think the console team could really, take a lead on that, where it's like, if a feature is really simple and it's cool and players want it anyway, why not just add it before, it's properly added on the other versions? And the beds are no, exception to that rule. So yeah, here you can see there is a purple bed, but it's not just purple beds you can have any coloured of dyed beds, because that's right, you can take your bed and you can now dye it to make it any one of the 16 colours of dye, and let me just say, every single one of these looks so, amazing in their own little way. You can be like, oh yeah, well the light green bed just, maybe that fits with your mood because you're an IBX click at something, or oh, the white bed is perfect because I don't like colour in my life. Whatever you want from a bed, you can get that because there is 16 colours of customization. And also, one of the things that this is one of the things that's actually kind of cool about the Pocket Edition team, is they took a feature from the PC, they put it in before the PC, and they made it a little bit better. They added a tiny exclusive, which makes so much sense, but just no one has thought of until now, because now when you jump on a bed, so here's me jumping on the ground, just to show you it is different, I land on the ground, and it's a normal jump. But if you jump onto a bed, you might be able to guess what's coming here, you actually get a tiny bounce, because beds have springs in them, or whatever actually causes the bounce. I'm pretty sure it's springs, but beds have springs or something, and now beds are a tiny bit bouncy, just one of those tiny little additions to the game that I do quite like. So yeah, they made beds a lot better, and admittedly, this has no functional use in gameplay, but I really love that they just made a tiny feature of the game a lot more customizable and make a lot more sense. So yeah, go this thing. I think it's pretty great. The fourth best feature in this 1.1 update, in my opinion, is probably going to have to be, the brand new enchantments they added, because they added 2 new enchantments. These are from the PC's 1.10 last year update and the console's TU41 update. Basically, they added the Frostwalk enchantments and the Mending enchantments. And although, it's the last version to get these things, you might be like, well, that's a little bit behind. These are such cool features that if you haven't played with them yet, if you are just a Pocket Edition only player, you need to do so, because here's me putting on, again, let me put on my Frostwalker boots, so we'll attach those over to there. Okay, so here you can see, here are my Frostwalker boots. Look how great this is when you walk in the water and you can see, oh yeah, ice just appears in front of you. It's an amazing enchantment, and you can sprint, and you can basically control the seas of this enchantment, which is pretty great, but this isn't the only brand new enchantment. They also added Mending. So bear in mind, both these enchantments are called treasure enchantments. You can't get these naturally. They're very hard to find, and I think that's maybe why they haven't been added to the Pocket Edition until now, because most, Pocket Edition players are very casual, but, if you are the sort of person who plays for like hours and hours and hours, then try and look for the Mending or for the Frostwalker boots. So this is, Frostwalker, and here's my Mending shovel, because they're both pretty great. And for a quick rundown on Mending, just in case you don't know, so you can see my shovel has some durability broken, but if I throw some bottle of enchanting just to get some random XP, or you kill an animal or something, and then you go over there with your Mending shovel, it's going to absorb the XP into durability. That's right, you can repair your items using XP directly now, which is so great for like the high cost items. Mending is a great new enchantment, and so is Frostwalker, and you combine the two, and you just get a better enchantment system. Big fan of that change, and that's why it's number 4. It's number 4 though, just because it's the last version to get it, but it is still pretty important regardless. Next up, we have Glazed Terracotta, and I know this feature is hated by maybe, half of Minecraft players, and I kind of get why that is. However, if you look right here, so let's take all of the snow off this thing. However, if you look right here, it is a really exciting block. Here is, one color, the blue color, and as you can see, it's not just one texture on this block, it's kind of 4, because it is directional, and each direction is a distinct feel, and they kind of combine quite well to make these 4x4 patterns. So here's, again, like a light blue one. You can see, you get this kind of cool thing in the center. I think I messed that one up actually, but if you look at any of these other ones, you can see how they always make this little cool 4x4 pattern, and it's great for making these, in fact they were inspired by the mosaic floors that you have in certain places, and I think, you look at all of these, this is a bad example, so let me show you actually. So here's a bad example, here's the same texture over and over again, here's what happens if you take the same texture and you make them, one of each, and here's what happens if you get lazy and you just decide, what matter, does it matter the order? Yeah, it does kind of matter, but yeah, you can make, amazing looking things, you can make bizarre, repeating things, or you can confuse people and make the ugliest builds in the world. That's what I love about these blocks. There's so much variety, and again, there's 16 colors of them. They're all so wacky. Like, look, we have an arrow block now. We have a block with a creeper face on it now. We have all these different colors. Here's some red. Let me just place one down. As you can see, we have all these different colors that do so many different things, and it's a little strange to see these. So I think I probably got the spirals on this a little out of order, but you can basically do these in any order and get something that looks just about, right and just about interesting, and that's what I love about Glazed Terracotta. It's a creativity block, and although I don't spend too much time being creative in Minecraft, I think that's what most people do spend their time with being. So yeah, it's a pretty great feature, but not quite as great as number 2, and you know what, number 2 here, you might be able to guess what it is. You might have seen them earlier, and it's one of the most anticipated features of Minecraft all time, if you're me at least, because they did add llamas to the game in the 1.11 PC update, and here they are on the Pocket Edition 1.1 update. So they exist in their full form. There's no like exclusive or anything. They're just like, it's a llama. You can ride them. You can, if you do tame them, then you can put your carpet on them, and you can get different colored. So here's like a bandit llama, and here's a llama from Gryffindor and Harry Potter. I know. I love the fact that there is llamas. I love that there's the customization on them, and llamas are one of the just great. I love llamas. I'm excited for them any platform they come to, and here they are in the Pocket Edition 1.1. It's very exciting, and it's the second best feature in this update, in my opinion. The only reason there's a better feature, also by the way, once you put your thing on them, you can ride them because it functions like a saddle. So if you really want, you can be like, yep, let's take his thing over. It's cool. You can ride the llamas. You can use them to scare away. You can give some scare away of animals, and it's just pretty great like that. But wolves, I think it is. So yeah, as well as being the second best feature, what is the number 1 feature on the Pocket Edition? And this is one you need specific worlds for. And honestly, it wouldn't be such a cool feature if it wasn't for the fact that. So again, we're gonna back out here. It wouldn't be such a cool feature if it wasn't for the fact that it was so rare and it was just so epic and contains so many features within. So yeah, if you don't know, this one feature contains something like, 10 separate features within it, because there's brand new mobs that come with it, there's brand new exploration. It's of course the Woodland Mansion. So yeah, finding one of these is absurdly tricky. They're one in like every 100,000 blocks or something. They're really impractical for survival, and they've even been scaled down a bit for the Pocket Edition, as you can see, as far as I can tell. I might have just gone a small one. Again, don't quote me on that, but it looks like it's scaled down. And yeah, basically these are things that you can find randomly, and then you can explore, unless when they're dark, in which case you don't get to explore, you just get to look at how dark and, depressing stuff is sometimes. But yeah, basically, they did add a brand new feature in this update. It is the Woodland Mansion, and this is one of the best features they've ever added, because it's a generated structure that is absurdly large and contains so many different things within it. The number of rooms you can find in this thing, so again, it's super dark right now. Maybe we should have a night vision potion. But it can contain rooms which have chests. It can contain rooms with, like, farming ingredients. It contains rooms which have these illagers, brand new types of villagers, of which, by the way, there are 3 types of those. Again, here's some chests, by the way. Some of them contain stuff. There's just so much contained in this one feature. There's the totem of undying you get from certain villagers when they die. There's so much going on here that basically it trumps every other feature they've probably ever added to Minecraft, because even though they're rare and you're not going to find them, and the practicality is so low, the cool factor of finding this giant, structure made out of dark oak wood is just too much for me. And if you want a quick look around what it looks like from the outside, because I think it's arguably a bit better to see it from the outside, kind of get an idea that it's just a bunch of rooms they combine together in a random fashion, so that no Woodland Mansion is the same as any other Woodland Mansion, but they all contain these giant features which you want to get at some point in your Minecraft game. So yeah, Woodland Mansion, biggest naturally generated structure in the game, one of the biggest features ever added, and the top feature in this brand new Pocket Edition 1.1 update. Again, this is currently only out for Android in beta form. It's coming out for real at some point in the next, let's call it month or 2. If you want to download it on Android, you have to sign up to the beta program first. Google how to do that. It's the first link when I googled it. You might want to do that if that's your thing. And for those of you that are like, okay, so what's the comparison here to the console? I think really what the thing to look out for is the fact that this is the 1.11 update, but there's still some features they're grabbing from behind. But I like that at the same time that they're, reaching from behind and, filling features that they've been missing for a while now, they're also grabbing features from the future, like those new beds. Again, these beds, let me show you in the creative menu, these beds came to the Pocket Edition first in the most bizarre, or they're coming to the Pocket Edition first in the most bizarre way that anything's ever happened ever. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. Like the video if you did like it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. And also, in case you haven't seen the hacking video, yeah, my channel's messed up right now. It's being fixed right now. It's terrifying. Thank you to everyone who's, have kind thoughts and stuff. It has been nice in this, super stressful time. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.